So my dad set up the business back in 1978. He'd been working for a company in London for over 25 years. He then got made redundant. So he decided to set up his own business, working for other companies as an agent. And he also set up a party plan business for local women in Worthing. And that's how the business started. So I joined the business in 1983 and I'd done a business studies course, and the business was beginning to grow, and Dad asked me if I would join the company. So for the next 3 or 4 years we worked out from home, and after that period we got a little warehouse in central Worthing. It had a shop at the front of it, and my mum used that as a business for her second-hand curtains. And behind that, that's where we work from. And in 1987, Andrew, my elder brother, joined the company, and we worked there for another sort of 8-9 years before we bought larger premises in Worthing. And it was at that point we then hired David Sexton, who was the first person for us to employ outside of the business. And I guess those really are the first early memories that I have of the business. So obviously Dad started as a one-man band, and now today we employ 10 people. We no longer just rely on UK distributors. We import from around the world: China, Turkey, Portugal, and it's very important to us that we've been to all the factories to ensure that they're ethical conditions, and that's very important to us as a company and to the Aztex brand. Well, a personal one for me is that in 2023 I will have been with the company for 40 years. So that's something that I'm pretty proud of, and have to say it wasn't something I foresaw when I started back in 1983. And obviously in another 3 years, that means the business will have been going for 50 years. And I think that's something my father has been very proud of. So we were very much ahead of the game in online selling back in the year 2000, and we had a domain name called towels.co.uk. Unfortunately, we didn't own that domain name. We partnered up with a local company, and after a few years we sort of went our separate ways, and they therefore owned the domain, and that was a very, very challenging time for the business. Because we'd built the website up to about £300,000 a year, and we had to start again from scratch. So that was a particularly challenging time for the business to try and recoup some of that back, which took several years. So since my brother retired last year, Tom and Clive helped me with the day-to-day running of the company. My job will involve sales inquiries, purchasing, and general helping where and what I need to do. That can include unloading a 40-foot container, but that's what you do working in a small business. And I'm very lucky now that I work 3.5-4 days a week, which gives me the flexibility to spend more time with my family, and I now have a grandson, so yeah, that's pretty good. The quality of our work is outstanding, and we offer a next day service, and we can offer that because we have our in-house embroidery department, and that means our online customers can order one day and they're going to get it the next working day. We have 4.8 star FIFO reviews, and that shows that the customers love the products and they love everything that we send out to them, and that's why they come back time and time again. We take sustainability very seriously, and that's why we're working with the BPMA and their sustainability pledge for 2025. We're working with a factory in Portugal on a woven towel that's made out of plastic bottles. We're also introduced a canvas bag made out of recycled canvas, and we're looking to add more products during 2025. Textiles will always be the core of the business, but obviously we moved into embroidery, and then a couple of years ago we invested in some laser machines, which gave us a chance to be more creative with the designs and on our gifting products. So there's a much wider range now, which include beer glasses, gin glasses, chopping boards, just a range of products that enables us to offer something different to our customers. Make yourself approachable to the staff. It's important that they feel part of the team. At the end of the day, it is a family business and you want them to feel part of the family. It's not easy being an owner of a business. It's long hours, so it's very important that you learn to switch off, both for yourself and for your family. It's incredibly rewarding knowing how far the company's come since I started working back in 1983. In that time, we've employed many people. They have earned their livelihoods over those 40 years. Some of them become very good friends, and I think that's a great achievement, and I think it's something that Dad would have been very proud of, and I think he'd now be looking down on us, surprised at how far we've come, but I think he'd be a very proud Dad. Reliable, trustworthy and fun.